Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Neca Alien Ripley and compression suit from Neca's Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. This is part of Series 4. I already had the Alien and Lambert, and I'm happy to have Ripley to complete the wave. Hopefully this is not the end of Neca's Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. I'm really hoping for a Series 5 that'll hopefully have Dallas, Lambert, and Kane in their Nostromo flight suits. But for now, let's focus on this figure. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the bottom, warning, there's an alien. This is Ripley in her compression suit by Neca in the old throwback logo. Got a picture of the alien here. And here's Ripley in the package. She's in her white compression suit. She has a removable helmet. Then she has a spear or harpoon gun. At the top, Alien 40th Anniversary. One side, here she is in the suit. Other side says Alien. At the bottom, there's a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode in case that helps anybody. And in the back, here's Ripley with the alien. Here's a little description if you want to read that. Go ahead and pause now. And here are a bunch of other figures from NECA's Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. So with no further ado, let's open her up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She comes with a removable helmet, and then she also has her harpoon gun and two different attachments. But before we take a look at the accessories, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver in the 1979 film Alien. She's from the final scene of the film. She's in her compression suit. It's basically a spacesuit. At the end of the film, she was onto a shuttle and gets away from the Nostromo, self-destructing the ship to kill the alien, and to end up sneaking on board. She had to get into the spacesuit and blow the fucker out into space. This is the 40th anniversary re-release of this figure. It's not a straight-up re-release of the previous version of the compression suit. Some minor differences. They're using some sort of facial imprinting technology to increase the likeness, so it should be better. Beyond that, it looks to be a straight re-release of the previous figure. I was sort of torn as I have the previous release, so I don't need the new one. The facial difference is not that significant, but I am a completist with the Neca Alien line, so I had to get it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. So this is Sigourney Weaver. The likeness looks very good so far. The hair looks nice, the face, the cheeks, the eyes. Definitely shouts Sigourney Weaver. She's in the spacesuit and it has a ton of detailing on it. Look at the different areas of texturing on the suit. All those sculpting details. Looks a little plain at the front here. I want to check it out next to some of the other compression suit figures. Big, bulky, very much what the spacesuits looked like in the 1979 Alien. I love all the different pouches. Like I said, different texturing on different parts of the suit. A ton of sculpting detail. Little logos on there as well. Even little details on her hands. Very nice paint job. Does look like single jointed elbows, single jointed knees. This is a sculpt from a good 5+ years ago, and nothing has been changed or updated on it. Here's a closer look at her face. I think the likeness is pretty good for Sigourney Weaver. What do you guys think? Drop me a line in the comments below. We will compare this to the other version later in the video, but for what it looks like by itself, I think it looks very nice. And then, here's the figure broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. Notice her head is removable, but she doesn't come with an alternate head. I will warn you right now, if you want to swap the helmet on or off, pull her head off. Sure, you can wiggle the helmet around her face if you really want to, but it's very tight and it will cause some paint issues over time. I wish I realized that when I had the original Dallas figure. Kind of messed him up by doing some of that. Just keep in mind, pull the head off if you want to put the helmet on and off. Now let's check out her accessories, and let's start off with the helmet. Now this helmet comes in two different pieces. At the bottom, that's how it's going to attach across her neck. And then it has this glass piece here. Of course, it's plastic simulating glass. It attaches on the top. And when it's put together, it's going to look like this. It has a very retro look to it. Old school spacesuit helmet. Does have some holes in the back to plug in those tubes. Here she is without the helmet on, and here she is with the helmet attached. Now let's check out her harpoon gun. It comes with two attachments, one with the hook open and one with it shut. Harpoon gun itself kind of resembles a pistol, a little red line down the side, some scope and detail on the handle. Now one thing I noticed, they fucked it up. The hole in the middle to add the attachments is completely filled in. I'm going to see if maybe it's just a little bit of paint or plastic on top of there and poke through, but come on now. And nope, it is completely filled in. I took a thumbtack and pressed on there pretty hard. No budging, didn't go in there at all. I may be able to create my own hole, but that's a pain. Now I would think it was just mine, a little factory error, but I've seen one other person post about this online, and he's the only real person I've seen talking about this figure. So it looks like they screwed it up. Here's her harpoon gun on the bottom, next to the original release's harpoon gun on the top. So it's got a much brighter shade of red on here. But this one here, it has a hole in the middle and the attachments will fit. I cannot believe they screwed that up. This is supposed to be an upgraded version, and that is most certainly a downgrade. Here she is, holding the harpoon gun. And if I'm going to show you how the attachments work, I have to use the old harpoon gun. Here it is with the hook that's closed. Then, with a hook that's open as she's about to fire. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, now let's check out her height. With the helmet on, from bottom to the top, sitting at about 7.75 inches tall, which can translate to about 19.5 centimeters. And with the helmet off, sitting at about 7.0 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 18 centimeters. Now let's check out her articulation. Starting with her head here, of course, she can rotate from side to side. She can look up and down about that far, not bad. Her neck is attached to her head. It's sort of a ball, it goes inside of her head. Can tilt her head from one side to another. She has a nice amount of personality there. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out about 90 degrees. Shoulder pads are soft, doesn't obstruct anything. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. She's got a bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows, and they barely go in, only about that far. They don't have a rotation, but they have like a swivel in there. Her wrist on a ball joint rotates, goes pretty much all over wherever you want it. Her torso here, she's got a ball joint, can rotate around, go forward and back just a little bit. Another ball joint in her waist, can rotate around, also go forward and back. Pretty good range of motion considering how big and bulky the suit is. Legs go about this far. They are ball joints. The leg can rotate independently of the ball. Then go forward about that far, back about that much. Single jointed knees go back about that far. Also, not exactly rotation, but it's just a swivel. And then her ankle here, forward and back. Rotate around, tilt and rock. It's on a ball joint there. And I will say, as a comment about her articulation, this version is way smoother than the original version. The original one was so tight and a lot of stuff was stuck. This one here didn't need any hot water, was able to free up each point of articulation with complete ease. Now let's look at the differences between the 40th anniversary version and the original release. The 40th anniversary version is on the left. The bodies are 100% the same sculpt. I see some minor paint differences. Just some of the yellowing on the leg here, the off-white, just a little bit different there. Everything else is pretty much the same. Of course, the faces are considerably different. Which one do you guys think is better, the new one or the old one? I'm going to have to go with the new one here. Here's an up-close look at the face on the 40th anniversary version. And here's the face on the original release. Here's Ripley on board the shuttle. She blew up the Nostromo and took the alien with it. She's finally able to relax and breathe easy. She's putting Jonesy into the cryotube. They don't make a panties Ripley from the end of the film, and I'm sure they never will, so this regular Ripley had to suffice. And as she's getting ready to wind down, getting everything set up for the long journey home, the alien pops out from around the corner, unexpected. She creeps back toward the other side of the shuttle as the alien slowly makes his entrance. Then she slips into her compression suit and has this plan to blow him out the airlock. And the xenomorph is getting closer and closer. Ripley opens up the airlock, and the alien simply won't go away. She pulls out the harpoon gun. She hits him with the gun. He finally goes out into space, and she can sleep with her cat. Of course, she didn't expect to be asleep for the next 57 years. Now let's check her out, compared to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Neca Alien 40th Anniversary Collection figures. Now before Neca started doing the traditional 3-figure Alien 40th Anniversary waves, this is what kicked off the Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. This is the ultimate xenomorph. He came with a facehugger, egg, and chest burster. This is pretty much the big chap reissued with slightly better articulation and a little better paint job. Next, they made this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive green glow-in-the-dark big chap. Really didn't need a green glow-in-the-dark big chap. Sure, it looks cool, but it's not practical in any way, shape, or form. I guess this is what a big chap type alien would look like in Predator vision. And here she is with the first traditional wave of Alien 40th Anniversary figures. This is a Target exclusive wave. We've got Ripley in her jumpsuit, and then we've got Dallas in his compression suit, and a concept version of the alien. Then, next to Series 2, this wave included Brett, Parker, and the Bloody Big Chap. I was really excited for this wave. Brett and Parker are awesome releases, and 2 new additions to the Nostromo crew. And then, next to Series 3, this wave contained Ash, Kane in his compression suit, and another version of the Big Chap. This one had a little bit more of a foggy or cloudy dome. Ash was one I was really looking forward to here. And here she is, next to Series 4. This wave consisted of Lambert in her compression suit, Ripley in her compression suit, and another concept version of the Xenomorph. This one's sort of a brownish gray color. Now, I'm not that excited for this wave, as I have the previous versions of Lambert and Ripley, and the new ones didn't do too much. Yes, the likeness is better, but that is it. It is the exact same figure. And then, the concept Big Chap, I was definitely not excited for him, but it looks a lot better and different in hand than I expected. And I know I'm beating this dead horse with a stick, but Neca, for the love of God, please release these 3 figures out of their compression suits. Kane, Dallas, and Lambert. If you guys can release them in their regular Nostromo outfits, the 40th Anniversary Collection will be complete. Fingers crossed we get a Series 5, but with each passing day, my hopes dwindle more and more. Here's the entire Neca Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. We got a total of 14 figures, and as far as we know, they're done. Fingers crossed we'll get a couple more. Here's Neca's original Alien collection. We had a total of 7 figures. The only thing that didn't get a re-release in the 40th Anniversary Collection is the giant foam space jockey diorama in the background. That thing is absolutely amazing, and is a great piece to complement your 40th Anniversary Collection. Here's Ellen Ripley next to Amanda Ripley. That's her daughter from Alien Isolation. She's also in a compression suit. Here are all the Neca figures I have in their compression suits. Here she is, next to all of my Prometheus spacesuit figures. Now let's check her out, next to some other Ripley figures. Here she is, next to all the Ripley figures I have from Alien. And here she is, next to all my Ripley figures from Aliens. Then, next to my Alien 3 Ripley figures. And here she is, next to my Alien Resurrection Ripley figures. Then, next to a couple of Kenner throwback Ripley figures. And here's my entire collection of Neca Ellen Ripley figures. Here she is, next to her daughter Amanda Ripley from Alien Isolation. And here she is, next to a couple of other Sigourney Weaver figures that I have. These are Dana Barrett from Ghostbusters. We have the Diamond Select Toys version on the left, and the Hasbro version on the right. Now let's check her out, next to some Alien figures from each of the different Alien films. Here she is, next to a couple of big chaps from Alien. And here she is, next to a couple of xenomorphs from the 1986 film Aliens. Then, next to a couple of dog aliens from Alien 3. And here she is, next to a couple of aliens from Alien Resurrection. Then, next to a couple of aliens from Alien vs. Predator. And here she is, next to the Pred Alien and an alien warrior from Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. These are a couple of older Neca figures. Neca has promised to revisit these figures. We're going to be getting an Ultimate Pred Alien and a re-release of the Alien Warrior in the near future. But the way Neca's delays are, I don't see this coming out till at least 2022. Then, next to a couple of Deacons from Prometheus. And here, next to a couple of aliens from Alien Covenant. And now, next to a couple of Engineers from Prometheus. Here she is, next to a couple of Ultimate Predator figures. And here she is, next to some human characters from NECA's various Alien and Predator lines. So overall, this is a pretty cool Ripley figure, but the question is, do you need her if you have the previous version? And I'd say the answer is no. Yes, the face is better on this one, but it is not a real necessary upgrade. I would have been content to just have the old Ripley figure if it wasn't a completist for this line. Now the overall spacesuit body is absolutely fantastic. It's big and bulky, but the sculpting detail is amazing. The paint job is good on her as well. The articulation leaves a lot to be desired, but with this big bulky spacesuit, you really don't need a super articulated figure to hit all these crazy poses. If I were to rate this figure, I'm going to give her a 6.5 out of 10. Now, if it wasn't a re-release and it was the first time she was coming out, I easily would have given this thing a 7.5 out of 10. It is a very nice figure. If you don't have the previous version, definitely get this one. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.